Tank is done. Tank is hung him up. Shoes off. Get the bag. Put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done.
When you
Period.
say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something sort, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that.
The boxing world is focused on one big question: has Gervonta "Tank" Davis reached a critical moment in his career? Once promoted as the next global superstar and the fighter meant to continue Floyd Mayweather legacy, Tank built his name as a powerful puncher who sold out arenas and ruled pay-per-view events. Now that image feels far away. Between unexpected legal issues, growing criticism for avoiding elite opponents, and a dull performance against Lamont Roach that left fans disappointed, many believe the fire that once drove his rise is fading. What we may be seeing is not just a slow period, but the possible ending of a powerful era in boxing.
So y'all think it ain't no love over here? What's quiet on here?
You know what I'm saying?
How did y'all meet?
Hold on. Okay. I want to say something too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, they want me and this, dude
Let's get this clear.
to be in beef. They want us to be, you know what I'm saying, going at it on Twitter because we young, you know what I'm saying? We handsome, flashy, light-skinned dudes, you know what I'm saying? We getting a lot of money and we doing some big things, and it's only the sky's the limit for both of us, all 3 of us, for real. So, you know, they want us to be, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep on winning, keep on getting money, and keep doing what we supposed to.
And ain't no way that's gonna happen with an OG in this corner and I'm OG in this corner here. And never in the future. It ain't gonna never happen. It's business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
How did y'all meet?
We got some greatness around here.
How did y'all meet?
That's your name.
Devin was fighting. How old you was when you
No,
young? Yeah, 14. But I already knew about Devin a long time ago because he was in the amateurs. You know what I mean? Beating everybody up and shit like that. Now he turned pro. You know what I mean?
If y'all played it right, it's a 9-figure fight though. Y'all play this shit right.
Dude, here you go. Here you
I'm
go.
being 100. 100 with y'all. I want y'all to make money. Say it again.
For years, Gervonta Davis built a terrifying reputation as one of the most dangerous finishers in boxing. From 130 to 135 pounds, his power could change a fight in a second. Every punch mattered. Every fight felt like a major event. Fans compared him to legendary destroyers, while Floyd Mayweather himself pushed Tank as the future face of the sport. And Davis embraced that role, becoming the most feared presence in the lightweight division.
Most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta "Tank" Davis. When Gervonta "Tank" Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
But lately, that presence has started to fade. The fire that once defined him, the urgency and the ruthless edge, are no longer showing the way they once did.
Decision was made. It's just that it's a damn shame that he gets to lean on the letter of the law, and the state of Nevada and the parole committee had to lean on the letter of the law because he's somebody that I believe doesn't only deserve to be in jail, he deserved to be under the jail.
Instead of seeing his name linked to massive fight announcements, the attention keeps turning toward legal problems and time in court. Every new headline adds to the growing feeling among fans that boxing may no longer be his top priority. This brings up the issue many people have avoided. At a time when Tank should be fully focused on his career and legacy, he once again found himself dealing with serious allegations connected to a domestic violence case, taking focus away from the sport and creating even more doubts about his future.
Welcome back. Champion boxer Gervonta "Tank" Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations against him.
Details started to come out about a disturbing situation that shocked his supporters and strengthened the growing belief that Tank is having trouble controlling his life outside the ring.
I mean, any thoughts on that one?
You did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
You know, I mean, hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Just get your... That's it, basically. Just say you don't hit women.
This was not an isolated incident. His past includes a series of legal problems from public disturbances to traffic-related cases, and each one seemed to pass without causing lasting damage to his career. Every time he came back to the ring like nothing had happened. But this situation feels different. The patience of fans and experts is running out. More people are saying the same thing. You cannot expect to be seen as the top star in boxing when your time is divided between court dates and training camps.
Man, I just want to say to let the people know that this judge is crazy, bro. The judge is, she locked me up because basically I bought a property. I did everything in my power to listen to my lawyers.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
The home detention people. I listened to everybody to the T. She's mad that I bought a property. That's why I'm sitting in jail. She said that I shouldn't have. She wanted me to be in an apartment, a one-bed apartment. You know what I mean? And I couldn't even, you know what I mean, take that. You know what I mean? She wanted me to stay in a one-bed apartment, couldn't have my kids and nothing to come visit me and things like that. I just want to spread light on this situation because I feel as though she's taking advantage of me. She feels
you have 30 seconds remaining.
And she's doing stuff that's not right to me. I feel as though I don't know if she's a bad judge or not, but the things that she's doing right now is not right. You know what I mean? I feel as though I need to share light on this situation.
Then came the Lamont Roach fight, which was meant to fix everything. This was supposed to be Tank's moment to make a strong statement and secure an easy win that would silence the doubts and restore his dominance. Instead, the night took a shocking turn. For the first time in his career, Davis did not look untouchable. His movement looked slower, his reactions were not as sharp, and his focus seemed off. At the same time, Roach stepped in with confidence, control, and a clear plan, turning what was expected to be a one-sided show into a real contest. When Tank dropped to a knee, the moment spread fast across social media. Fans were stunned. That image did not match the dangerous finisher they remembered. It looked less like the division nightmare and more like a fighter searching for himself.
What the feeling was like in the ring, and was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on?
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can, like, get disqualified for all that. Or, like, when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
My opinion, sure, it was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take the knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, you know, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. You know, the referee with the eyes, you know, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, you know, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
The fight was officially ruled a majority draw, but for many viewers it felt like a different outcome. Roach left the ring with momentum and fresh respect, while Tank walked away facing more criticism than ever before. Almost overnight, his name began to disappear from pound-for-pound talks. The excitement around big-time matchups also faded. Instead of asking for super fights, fans started raising harder questions about dedication, discipline, and responsibility.
The rematch, yes, it don't look like it's happening. That's just to, put it out there and be transparent with everyone, because that's the only question I get 10 times a day, maybe even more. So, that's what it is, and that's what it's looking like. Again, we still haven't heard from his camp, like specifically when it comes to the business. So, it is what it is. As far as my future, man, we moving on. We can't just sit around and drag our feet. But there has been some recent news that, his charges got dismissed in Florida.
That's good news. But does that open up the possibility for talks to reopen, champ, or are you gonna move on for the time being and maybe revisit this later? What's the general feeling with you and your camp?
I mean, like I said, we're not going to sit and wait. I think their best bet is to, try to structure something. If not, we're gonna move forward. We don't have time to be. It's not like we're the cash cow. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think he even wants to fight you?
Honestly, no.
And this is where the frustration hits its highest point. Instead of chasing elite-level opponents, Tank has turned his attention toward Jake Paul, a social media star whose boxing rise has come from fighting former MMA fighters and famous personalities, not proven world-class contenders.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
To be fair, Jake Paul knows how to create attention and pull huge numbers. But for someone like Gervonta Davis, who was once seen as boxing future leader, being connected to this kind of fight feels less like a strong move and more like a step in the wrong direction.
But the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting.
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you want to call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
Fans are not being fooled. Many see this direction as a clear money move. Tank knows that a fight with Jake Paul guarantees attention and a huge payday. But when it comes to real competition or long-term legacy, it adds nothing. Choices like this often show a change in mindset. It becomes less about the sport and more about boxing as a business. Right now, that is the image surrounding Tank's career.
Talk about, just because I'm curious. So, you see a lot of athletes announce retirement and then come back, or announce retirement and then don't retire. How realistic is this?
It's real.
Has it changed? Have you been have you had any thoughts maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah. I do be having those thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also, too, I want to get myself together, though.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, I really want to get myself together. Not retire, but take a break, But the only thing is, well, I ain't gonna lie. I done already made a promise. To Al, we out of it type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I can stick around and I will help people and guide people, but as far as me competing, I don't really want to do it. It's other stuff I need to work on, being more there for my kids, going to school, just building myself up as a person,
yeah.
You know what I mean, as a great human being.
But there is a deeper side to all of this, and it may not have anything to do with Jake Paul at all. Long before the Roach fight, Tank was already talking about stepping away. Small hints about retirement, unclear social posts, and even direct comments about not knowing how much longer he wanted to continue began to appear. Think about that for a moment. This was a fighter who was still unbeaten, still a major draw, and still one of the biggest names in the sport, yet he was already questioning his future. That is not normal. It suggests someone who had mentally checked out of the grind long before he ever stepped into the ring with Lamont Roach.
I'm really trying to be in this too much longer. That's the answer right there for you.
How old are you now? 28?
28.
Yeah. How much longer are you expecting to do it?
Once I get them guys out of there, I'm gone.
Is that right? Let's say like 30-ish, something like that? Why do you want to get out so soon?
I want to just help people that's coming behind me. I feel as though that's more important. Future.
Is that why you got Lamont Peterson and Anthony on this card?
They was before me, but they're trying to do my good deeds. I feel as though it's something that's installed in me. There's loyalty. I feel as though that's something that people are missing out here. I feel as though if you're in a position to help somebody, help them.
After that draw, after the criticism, and after the shock of being exposed on a world stage, the idea of retirement no longer sounds unrealistic. The conversation has changed, and even people inside the sport are now speaking up. Claressa Shields, who is seen as one of the greatest fighters of her generation and someone close to Tank, made a direct comment. She said what he needs right now is not another training camp, another opponent, or another warm-up fight, but professional help. That statement says a lot. When people from his own circle start pointing to mental and emotional struggles, it becomes clear this situation is about much more than wins and losses inside the ring.
Are you losing the love? What changed? What made this trash? Garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know.
The top fighter in the world, pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just got to accept it. I think that Frank Martin is a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, if you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what I want.
He had the ability to dominate across weight divisions, shape an era, and become a symbol of boxing future. But his story may now end in a different way. Not as a legend, but as a warning. A fighter whose troubles outside the ring became bigger than his talent. Someone critics say avoided the hardest challenges, choosing attention and easy money instead of securing a place among the greatest in the sport. We have seen this pattern before. Fighters gifted with rare talent who could not escape their own inner struggles. And right now, many believe Tank is moving dangerously close to becoming another name on that list.
We go again. That's why I don't do interviews anymore, because they always take my word and misconstrue it. You know what I'm saying? When we was talking about individuals, we wasn't talking about nobody specific, and we wasn't talking about Tank. Tank's my baby. Tank, Kenny said, out of 100, 2 of them love you. That's one of them that do love you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing I don't want. He's a grown man, and he have the right to make the grown man decisions that he want. So let's get that. Put that up. Everybody's snatching something. Don't even have a clue. And that's what I was saying about social media. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hear a person say it out their mouth, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. I love all my fighters, but I'm just trying to tell them, man, I'm not getting younger. I'm getting older. I'm getting to a point in my life that it's just getting on my nerves that they don't appreciate the work that we are putting in. Appreciate. Show up for the coach. Be on time. That is stuff I'm talking about.
Stop this narrative about Tank not paying their account. Each and every time I worked that corner with Tank. Tank took care of me. And he's going to continue to take care of me. Tank is family for life. Yeah. And it wasn't you that started the Southpaw. It started a couple years ago with the Vegas Rat. But in Baltimore, we don't count other men's pockets. Mm-hmm. I don't care if he's a billionaire, I'm not counting his pockets.
So does this signal the end for Gervonta Davis? Is this really the final chapter? Right now it certainly feels that way. Legal problems, fading hunger, a disappointing draw with Lamont Roach, a rematch that never happened, the circus talk around Jake Paul, and rising retirement rumors all create the image of a fighter losing both momentum and motivation.
These guys can mess with me, like nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. I take that back. Probably hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more.
What do you think? Has Gervonta Davis really reached the end of his boxing journey, or does he still have one last run left in him? Everyone stay tuned for the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Ring Headquarters and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos as well. Until next time, take care and stay safe.